2 months ago, my mum comes to me and she asks, how can I prove that I own my own house? I scratched my head and said, that's a pretty good question because I have no idea. I mean, I don't remember learning this stuff at school, and I don't remember learning about money either. But that's another story, right? So what I did was I did some digging around, and I discovered that it's Land Information New Zealand, LINZ, that looks after these kinds of things. So I went ahead and I gave them a call, and the lovely lady there told me how it works. She said that you can register for this LINZ data service, get access to it, and do a search and find your name linked to your property. So I registered online, and it was actually a bit hard to use. It's pretty convoluted. So I ended up calling them again, and the lady there walked me through it. And then after about 5 minutes, I clicked on my property, and I saw my name, and I was blown away. It was absolutely amazing. What surprised me though, was then I clicked on my neighbour's property, and I saw his name. And I clicked on someone else's property and saw their name, which was a little bit scary actually. But anyway, I then asked her, where's the download link for my proof, my piece of paper? And she said, well, you actually have to go online and order what's called a certificate of title, right? And that costs $15. You can get it via hard copy or as a PDF. I then said, well, is it certified? Do I get that stamp of approval, that red seal? And believe it or not, she said no. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is exactly what she said. She said I have to order a title for $15, get it posted to me, then I have to write inside a request to have it certified on a piece of paper, put it back in the envelope, post it back, they'll then stamp it and send it back to me. I was like, holy cow, really? So, what I also learned was that it would cost $176 to make a change to that title. And if I stuffed up the application form, it would cost another $88 to get it reprocessed. So that was the process that I learned. And you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with blockchain technologies? Well, first of all, I never thought I'd be learning about conveyancing. And second of all, I remember reading about all those articles on the internet about how someone put land titles on the internet, on the blockchain, and I wanted to know how it worked. So I went ahead and gave it a go. Now, this is a picture of some random image off the internet because what happened was last Thursday, I actually made an order, but it hasn't arrived yet. I ordered my own physical certificate of title, and I thought it might have arrived, so I could show you guys today, but it didn't. So here's an example file that I've got, and what I'm going to do is I can put this file on the blockchain, but it's quite large, and it's what's called blockchain bloat. So the best thing to do is to hash it and put the hash of it on the blockchain. Now, does anyone here know how hashing works? So keep your hands up, because is anyone willing to help explain it to anyone else? No. Okay, I'll do it then. So what you do, well, first of all, another word for a hash is a message digest. Another word for that is a digital fingerprint. So what you do is you take some random file, your picture, a certificate, and you put it through this magical black box. It's some maths, some magic, and you provide an algorithm to it. And on the output, what you'll get is a fixed width string of random letters and numbers, and that's your hash. That represents the input file. The neat thing about it is that it's unique. So if you hash the input 10 times, you'll get the same string. But with the string, you can't get the input file. There are heaps of algorithms you can use, such as SHA-256, MD5, Blake 512, so you can take your pick. So what I did was I ran this line of code here at the top. It's SHA-256, and then the name of the file. That will then provide a hash, you can see down below. And just note the last handful of digits is 315 BC, because I'll come back to that in a second. And then down below there's a Bitcoin address where I'm going to make a transaction on the Bitcoin network. Here's a short video of me typing this out, because it's just a lot easier. So I just go SHA-A256, and then the name of the file itself. And you can see down below, I've got the hash there. And again, note the very last handful of digits, 315 BC. So that's my hash, that represents the file that I'm going to put on the blockchain. Next up, I've got a little app, a mobile emulator, where I'll open it up and actually make a transaction. I hit send down below. I'm going to copy the Bitcoin address. I'm going to make a 5 millibit transaction, about 21 US dollars. And down below, I'm going to paste in the hash. I then hit send, and then that transaction will be broadcast onto the Bitcoin blockchain. And this is testnet, of course, so it's the one you use for developing. And then you have it. You can see it's been timestamped at 11:46 this morning. That's when I did it and recorded it. Again, I could have run it on my laptop. It's just a lot easier if I just talk and you watch the video. What I'm doing here is I'm copying out the transaction ID, because that's what you store in your MySQL database or on your computer. So I'm going to copy that out, and here I'm going to view the actual transaction on the blockchain. So I'm going to paste in the transaction ID and do a search. You can see it's timestamped, 11:47 this morning. And then I'm going to scroll down, because this is allowing me to see what's on the blockchain. Down below, there's an area where it's called opt return, and that's a space on the blockchain where you can put stuff in. And you can see there what I'm highlighting, the actual hash, and the final digits there were 315 BC, so it matches. So it's basically putting a hash on the blockchain and putting a certificate on the blockchain. Now, you might be thinking, well, all I've done is put a hash, how do you know it's from you? So this is where your digital signature comes in. What I really want to do is generate a public-private key pair. The private one, I then use it, or I hash the message, like you saw, and then I take my private key and I encrypt the hash, and then I put that on the blockchain. Then I use my public key, put that on the internet, and anyone can grab that, go to the blockchain and reverse the transaction to see the hash. And then they can take the original certificate, hash that, compare the two, and if they equal, it means that the file hasn't changed. And because it's they're using the public key, they know it's from me. You can imagine taking this one step further and getting LINs, for example, to generate a public-private key pair. Use their private key to encrypt it. I use my private key to encrypt it, and you start seeing these layers being built up. So you also may have heard that there are other countries doing this as well. For example, in Georgia, they've teamed up with a Bitcoin mining company called Bitfury to put titles on the blockchain. They initiated a project last year, and in April this year there was an article saying that they had put 100,000 documents on the blockchain. Sweden is also doing this. There's a project that they started, and they're almost at completion, being able to sell some property end to end. There's only one sticking point, and that is in Sweden there's a law requiring a physical signature on a piece of paper. So it's kind of like a big challenge for them to get through, but you can see that they're well on their way. Where to next? The technicalities are not too bad. The challenges that I believe are one around the law, because you can't change the law overnight, and lawyers won't just disappear either. You'll need them. Understanding public-private keys, that's a challenge in itself, and that will come with time. And also, there are many parties involved. You'll need the likes of LINs, the users, the lawyers, and understanding how that works, because this really hasn't been done before. It's very new. So in summary, I've talked a bit about how land information works. I've given you a brief demonstration of how you can put not just the land title, but any digital file, in fact, on the blockchain. And also talked a bit about what other countries are doing overseas as well. So to me, the road is still long and there are other countries that are ahead. But I'd like to challenge all of us here to continue to learn, explore, and experiment, because we're all considered fairly dynamic, creative, innovative, so why not prove it to everyone else?